My aim is to show you that you can, without too much trouble, learn more than one language on Duolingo, and we're here at Lango to give you the tools to do it. Today, I think we're going to do mostly Swedish, and maybe one or two other things as little side trips. I've spent several months with this on my other account, with this language and this course, and way back in high school I had a little bit of instruction in Swedish and even spent some time in Sweden. So I'm not unfamiliar, but there's a lot I don't know.
En man, en pojke, en tidning.
Tidning. So I'm paying particular attention to how the accent moves. Tidning. We have those two falling tones on syllables. That's an important part of pronouncing the language correctly.
Ni dricker.
Ni means
Dricker ni.
plural. Danish e. You drink, or you are drinking.
Han läser.
He reads.
Män.
Men means men. Plural.
Kvinnor.
Kvinne. Singular. Kvinnor. Plural rather. Women. And it is feminine. Well, whatever that means for Swedish. De är män. Extra sign. Vi äter. Vi, just like our word we. So English and Swedish, closely related languages. Diverged a couple thousand years ago or so. A little longer. Lead in the league.
Ris.
Ris.
Mjölk.
Mjölk.
En smörgås.
Smörgås. The two falling tones. Mjölk.
Mjölk. Du dricker.
You drink. So one nice thing about Swedish is that the verb
Dricker.
within a single tense will keep the same form for all persons, even easier than English. It also has a different infinitive in other tenses, but within one tense it's pretty simple. Ett barn.
Ett barn.
So this article ett shows that the noun is neuter. It's just a grammatical category. Doesn't mean anything beyond that.
Ett barn.
Barn.
Mjölk. Ris.
So let's also pay attention to how the R sounds. Beginning with syllable, like in ris, it's that trill sound with the tip of the tongue. But here, barn, it really colors a following consonant. So instead of a n for n, it's going to be an n. It retroflexes. Boys, pojkar, what's the plural form? Pojkar, pojke, singular. AR is the plural suffix. Och is and. Girls is not pie, but Swedish for girls. Tjej, flickor. Yeah. Flicka, singular. So, interesting vowel changes. Pojke, pojkar. Flicka, flickor. Han är a child. I'm going to say ett barn. Han är ett barn. En bok.
En bok.
So grammatically, book and menu with this article en are in the animate class or common gender, whereas brev for letter is neuter, and the article always shows us that really clearly. Ett brev.
Ett brev. En meny. En bok. Ett brev. Barnet dricker mjölk.
The child drinks. For that barnet, the suffix on the noun et shows that it's definite. We'll translate with the.
Flickan dricker vatten.
The girl, flicka. Definite with an N. Drinks the water. It should be vatten. The water. Nope. Vattnet would be, yeah, of course, because water is not animate.
Pojken är ett barn.
The boy is a child. Right? The suffix here
Pojken.
tells us it's definite.
Barn ett.
Whereas
Barn, ett.
article as an independent word in front of the noun tells us
Barn.
indefinite, it means one or a.
Du har en tidning.
You have a newspaper.
Flickan dricker vatten.
The girl drinks water. And let's do another circle right away without switching. Let's do animals next. Vogel and Vogel.
En fågel.
Sounds just like the German word. It's related, means the same thing.
En hund.
Hund.
En häst. En fågel.
Note that these are all N, what I'm calling the common gender or the animate class of nouns. Don't know what the traditional term is. I like just learning from being exposed to it, looking for patterns rather than reading up in traditional sources. That's what I'm here for. En hund.
En hund.
Hund. A lot of different vowel qualities in Swedish, trying to match those two.
Fågeln äter ett äpple.
The bird eats an apple. En häst.
En häst.
En häst. En katt.
En katt.
Cat. So, especially these double consonant letter written ones,
En häst. En katt.
there really is an extra beat of time when it's a double consonant. Cat.
Katten äter.
Seems to be the cat eats. En häst äter ett äpple. En häst äter ett, double T, äpple. Häst, oh, the horse, hästen. See, that's how tricky it is. The dog, hunden, äter ett äpple. Hästen äter ett äpple. That's the umlaut one. That's a quarter. Let's do some more. En anka.
En anka.
Anka. Falling.
En fågel.
So here we have the contrast. Fågel. We have a higher tone on the first syllable with a down step.
En anka.
Anka. Two sinking, sort of falling gestures in the tone. So with a single syllable word like björn, we're not going to hear any difference, but two or more, we hear the contrast.
En björn. En älg.
An älg is a moose. Not moss.
Björnen äter.
The bear eats.
Björnen dricker vatten.
Björnen dricker vatten, which means the bear drinks water.
Älgen äter ett äpple.
Älgen, the moose, eats an apple. Animal is drinking. Djuret dricker. That is all. Moose. Älgen, en älg. Note the pronunciation of the G, it's a y sound in many cases, not always. Ett djur. Ett meaning a, neuter, class. D, the D is silent. An older djur was simplified to just djur. The word is related to our word deer, but it has the sense of animal in general. Halfway for this one. Swedish animals.
En grabba.
Krabba.
Ankan. En sköldpadda.
Sköldpadda. Note the really unusual to us SK sound. Letters S and K give a sh sound.
En grabba. En sköldpadda. En grabba.
En elefant.
En elefant.
En elefant.
Det är en elefant.
D, we can translate it, or this, I suppose. It is an elephant. En sköldpadda.
En sköldpadda.
Ankan.
En ankan.
Ankan. Without the sharp drop on syllable 2, ankan.
En spindel dricker vatten.
This is a spider, related word. Drinks just water, no article. Straight water, no article for me, please. Still finding the best lighting for this new spot. Okay. Elefanten, definite. I think spelled with F. Double check that. Yeah. Dricker vatten. Chubby fingers here. Sköldpaddan. Sköld. That's the word shield. Paddan äter. Vad öter äter. Okay, one more on animals, and then we'll move on. En varg.
En häst, en mus.
Mus. So listen closely to the quality of the letter. The sound quality of the vowel spelled U in this word. Mus.
En mus.
Mus. It's not U.
En varg.
Varg. Tolkien liked this word. Varg. He took it for one of his mythical animals, but it's just the Swedish word for wolf.
En mus.
Note that these animals all in the N class. En.
Renen.
Renen is the definite reindeer.
Renen och älgen.
Renen och älgen. Not algae.
Myran.
Myran. Myran is the ant.
Myran. Spindelnätter.
The spider. The suffix n makes a definite eats. Spider. The spider. Spindeln. Och the crab. Krabban. The crab and the bird. Okay, moving right along. Och fågel. Now this has that modified letter. Big A with a small O above it. It's kind of intermediate, or was when the letter was created, between A, O, A. Things move around all the time in the vowel space in languages. And that completes that little circle. So let's see what we haven't dealt with in quite a while. Hungarian. Having a hard time, because it gives you these phrases right up front. I don't know, I find them hard to remember. Do I want to repeat? Let us do some basic stuff. So I've started Hungarian on my private account. Spent some time with it. Not good by any stretch yet. Okay, NY in this one is a single consonant sound. Nya. It's not two syllables, but lány.
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 Fiú.
Fiú.
Alma.
Alma.
Lány.
Alma.
Alma.
So the A, simple A without any special marks on it, it's kind of has a little bit of lip rounding to it. Alma.
Köszönöm a vizet.
Köszönöm is welcome.
Köszönöm.
Thank you.
Vizet. A.
Thanks for the water, maybe? Lampa.
Lámpa.
Okay, so we call it an acute accent sign, a little diacritic, modifying mark. I'm going to show that the vowel it sits on is long, like here.
Fiú.
Fiú, 2 beats of U.
Lámpa.
In the case of the letter A, there's a difference in quality too. The long A with that mark is brighter sounding, like in man, whereas the unmarked one has that lip rounding we just mentioned. Boy, fiú.
Fiú.
A boy, fiú. Fiú is long. The word and, I forget. Ish. And a single unmodified S, just a single consonant letter, that's a sh sound. Ish, auto. Oh, a boy and the car. Yep, you made it pretty complicated. Too complicated for me at this time of morning. Edge, few. Okay, edge is the numeral 1, also means a. A boy and the car. So the, A and Z. Az alma, alma. A boy, edge, few. Ish, few. Of course, alphabetically. Ish, long A. Az auto. What makes Hungarian harder than other European languages for me, as a native speaker of English, is that it's unrelated to most of the European languages I've studied. Finnish is distantly related. Don't know that much Finnish, so it's not too big a help. Okay, I think we'll do half a circle here.
Szék.
Seek, chair.
Asztal.
Table. Got 4 consonant letters for 4 legs. Maybe I'm looking for some kind of mnemonic.
Telefon.
Telephone to help me remember. That's what a mnemonic is.
Asztal.
It sounds like the A is long, but it's not written so.
Ablak. Asztal.
Oblak window. Oblique.
Mi az?
Me as. As means the.
Az.
Huh. That. Okay, it's a pointing word.
Mi.
What? That.
Az.
What is it? No word for is in this case, it seems. What is that? Window. Oblak.
Ablak.
And I'm pretty sure in Hungarian the first syllable word is going to have a little higher intonation, be a little more prominent. Just like Finnish.
Szék.
Seek. S-Z, written together, gives a S sound. Here, I have it in both these words.
Asztal. Szék.
Seek. Chair. Seek. This, maybe as. No, this would be ez. Ez and as, okay. Nem is not alma. Maybe edge alma, let's see. Could do edge alma or just alma. Yes. Igen. This is chair was seek, and do I need a copula here? This is, we can just write this. Is H seek. Okay, let me also note the Hungarian name for the language is Magyar. I'm just gonna write Hun here, like Attila. Let's do one more and then go back to Swedish. Férfi.
Férfi.
So that recalls the Irish word for man, but very unlikely there's a connection. The nő,
Nő.
for woman, recalls the Chinese word. Auto has a long vowel there.
Férfi.
Férfi, man.
Nő.
Nő.
Ott vagyok.
Ott vagyok. Vagyok is I am.
Vagyok.
Doing.
Ott.
There. Odd sentence, dudes.
Hol van a nő?
Hol van a nő? A nő is the woman.
A.
Of as. And when a consonant follows the next word, the Z gets dropped. Van. This is where.
Hol.
Where's the woman?
Mi van bent?
What? Bent. What? Van.
Van.
There is, okay, looks like an existential.
Bent.
What is inside? What is there inside? Oh, no. Bent inside. Okay, bent inside. It's coming back to me. It's a lamp. Okay. Bent. What's the opposite? Outside. Kint. Lampa. Maybe we could start with kint and lampa. Van, there is outside one lamp is the word. Van kint egy lampa. I'm going to copy this for my notes. There is a lamp outside. Outside. Let me just recap word order. So there is a single word, van, outside a lamp. Lamp, same thing. Would not have stumbled across that too easily. He is a man. He, we will say, färfi. I'm guessing there's no verb in this one. Good. There is a lamp outside. It was van kint. Not looking. Egy lampa. Lamp. Oh, it should be long. And that's, of course, because I copied it. There it is. Lampa. Van Kindage lampa. Alright, but that's a nice little break. Let's return to our theme of the day, Swedish. Time for food. 5 to go.
Ett ägg.
It's egg. This is the source of our English word egg. Displaced our native English word
En fisk.
fisk.
Kaffe.
That has that double falling accent shape.
En fisk. Kaffe. Ett vin.
V. So this I need to take note of. In German, the word for wine is masculine, but in Swedish it's neuter.
Jag äter kyckling.
I eat chicken. Kyckling. Note that the K before certain vowel sounds softens to a sh sound instead of k.
En apelsin.
An apelsine. This may puzzle you. It looks like a word for apple, but it's from an old compound meaning an apple of China,
Ett ägg.
because at some time it was new to Europeans.
Kaffe. En apelsin.
An apelsine.
Flickan har en apelsin.
The girl has an orange.
En apelsin. Ett ägg. En fisk.
En fisk. Dinner. Aftensm. Oh, that's the Danish word. Middag. Which looks like it means midday. Guess it came to be eaten later and later. Gotta add the in middag. Good to know. Vin är en dryck. I think N. And this one gets spelled with a Y. Är en dryck. It's a different vowel from the verb to drink. That's dricker. But here dryck is the noun. En middag. Middag, a dinner. 6 letters. That middle consonant doubled. Associates these two words.
Mat.
Malt, food in general.
En frukost.
Frukost, breakfast.
Pasta.
Stop. Malt.
Mat. Socker är mat.
Sugar is food. No articles.
Mat. Pasta. En frukt.
En frukt.
Kaffe och socker.
Coffee, sugar. Simple.
En frukost.
En frukost. Jag äter lunch. Äter. Borrowing from English most likely. Jag äter ost och... What's a plural? Ägger. Egg. Aha, yeah, that seemed weird. Jag äter ost och ägg. Cheese and eggs. Just check in here. Yeah, 23. And let's see what's going on. Still getting used to Twitch. Not really too sure. I'm looking in the right place at any time. Maybe. No. Carrying on with Swedish food words.
En soppa.
Soppa.
En tomat.
En tomat. This is an unusual word, tomat, where we have an upstep to syllable 2.
En öl.
Öl. Looks like the German. Looks exactly like the German word for oil. It's related to our word ale for beer. Öl.
En jordgubbe.
Gubbe. Jord is the earth.
En citron. En tomat. Kvinnan och flickan äter soppa.
And the girl, flickan, eat soup. Jordgubbe.
En jordgubbe.
Jordgubbe. So there too is an upstep to syllable 2.
Salt. Jag äter inte nötkött.
Don't eat. This is beef, I believe. Kött is meat.
Nötkött.
But nöt does not mean cow. Du äter inte peppar. Yeah. Du äter inte. It's the word for not. You eat not. Peppar. Han äter en citron. Han äter en citron. Couple more Swedish food.
Kvinnan äter inte fläskkött.
Fläskkött is pork.
Fläskkött.
The woman does not eat pork.
Han dricker inte olja.
This one is oil. Does not drink oil. No article.
Du dricker te.
You drink tea. Just 2 letters in the Swedish word.
En måltid.
A meal.
Jag dricker juice.
Drink juice.
Pojken är vegetarian.
Vegetarian. The boy. In English we have to have a the here, or an rather, an article. In Swedish we can leave it out. Flickan äter glass. Flickan äter. Spelled just like our word glass, but it means the food, ice cream. Mannen äter kött. Mannen äter. K softens or gets relaxed into a sh before certain vowels. Kyckling also with the vowel spelled Y, same effect. En kopp.
En kopp.
We should listen to that one. I think in this one the ah sound is going to be longer, glas, than in the word ice cream, glass.
Ett glas.
Glas.
En restaurang.
Restaurang.
Ett glas. Du har en tallrik.
Tallrik. You have a plate. Tallrik. Restaurang.
Ett glas. En kopp.
Kopp.
En restaurang.
Restaurang.
Kvinnan har en kniv.
The woman has, can you guess? A kniv. A knife. Here it's a case where we can see easily how closely related the languages are.
Hon har en sked.
She a sked. There's the SK giving a sh. Spoon is the meaning. She's a spoon. The girl, flickan, äter ett äpple. Äpple. The apple, äpplet. Silly me. Han är a cook. Ooh, what's that? Cook. And I'm going to leave out the article. Han är cook. Flickan äter äpplet. Flickan äter äpplet. And the suffix to T makes it definite. Okay. I think let's continue with Swedish. Definites. Let's do it definitely.
Frukten.
Frukten, the fruit. So it's only going to be 2 suffixes because it's just these 2 genders it seems in Swedish. So either going to suffix an N or a T.
De dricker teet.
They drink. Here we're adding a vowel too. T. Et. Teet. 2 syllables. They drink the tea. And here I have to take note because of the German for tea, der Tee, masculine. What was the other one we talked about? Where it's a different gender. Wine. So wine and tea, these words for drinks, were borrowed into the languages after we broke up from a common origin. So there's no need for them. We wouldn't expect them to have the same gender. It's a little bit random.
Vattnet.
Water.
Köttet är nötkött.
The meat is beef.
Kvinnan äter smörgåsen.
Smörgås. The woman eats, and this is definite, the sandwich.
Vinet.
Vinet. Neuter, the wine. The woman, kvinnan, dricker öl. En öl, ett öl. Ölet. Okay. Dricker. I wasn't sure about the gender there. Ölet. Mannen. Like, we use a little phrasal verb, 2 words, meaning originally I think thinks about. Tycker om. Kaffeen. Maybe 2 E's? Let's see. I think it's going to be like that. Kaffet. Der Kaffee in German, masculine. neuter in Swedish. This is, of course, borrowing from Arabic, Turkish, kahve, kahwa, a non-European language. This word coffee, and it's very widespread, of course. A nice example of a name traveling with the thing it denotes.
Barnet älskar ägget.
Okay, the child loves the egg. Bit of an odd sentence, but why not?
Flickan tycker inte om kycklingen.
Girl does not like, tycker inte om, not like the chicken. Don't know if it's the animal or the food.
Hon äter ägget.
Hon äter ägget, also has umlauted. She's eating
Jag har sockret.
the sugar.
Har du saltet?
Mention about pronouns real briefly that jag, J-A-G, that we saw meaning I,
Du.
related to our word I and also to ego of Latin. Just as this do
Du.
is related to our word thou, Latin tu. Go all the way back to the earliest stages we can reconstruct Indo-European.
Apelsinen.
The orange. The mouse, musen, äter osten, I think. Yeah, it's common gender. Barnet, neuter. Tycker om soppan. Tycker om soppan. And let's do another, and maybe
Nötköttet.
the beef.
De äter maten.
Dom, and this one's really interesting. It's written D-E, but we pronounce an M always. They eat the food.
Lunchen är en soppa.
Lunch, definite, is a soup.
Riset.
The rice.
Pastan. Tack.
The pasta, thanks.
Pastan är maten.
Can also mean please, yeah.
Pastan är maten.
Pastan är maten.
Pastan är maten.
The pasta is the food. Vegetarianen äter frukt. So spelled just like vegetarian, but we make a definite with suffix äter frukt. Good. Vi äter frukosten och lunchen. Vi äter frukosten och lunchen. Och lunchen. Let's switch to something else briefly. Scottish game. Yes, I do. I haven't seen it in a minute. SCG. And I want to review what we've seen so far. Let's do one phrase.
Left.
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 Hello. Hello, agus cheery.
Fáilte agus tapalit a charage.
Oh, friend. Tapalet.
Tapa
Liet. This is at you.
le.
With you, rather. Welcome.
Fáilte.
You, friend. Welcome and thanks, friend. Farge. Was it hola? Hello. Oh, long. Here the gra of the following accent mark shows that it's long. Agus. Slán. Chiri. Chiri. Alright. Chiri.
Sláinte.
Slánte. Cheers. Hello. Agus tachpaliat. Agus, US. T-A-P-A-D-H, if I recall. Liat. Acharich. Brilliant. Cheese slange. Belly. Agus Anna. Let's have another.
Ku. Ku.
Wonder what it means. Is it the word for dog?
Matid va, agus fisgad va.
Yes, good ma. Majin ma.
Matid,
It's gotta be good morning.
matid,
Majin va.
va. Fisgad.
It's good afternoon. I like that word. I wanna find, if I can, find out its origin. It's good. Etymology. Vesper. Yeah, we looked this up already. Good morning and good afternoon. Alright, I'm gonna run and refill my coffee. Be right back. Okay.
Eiche.
Yeah, wow.
Fisker.
Fisker.
Cha.
Cha.
Eun.
Eun.
Eiche.
Eiche. Do you know what it means? Maden va. Is it like that? Madahin. MH soften. So the H, you can think of it as softening the M. What I mean by softening is instead of a complete closure, M, we do partial V, closure of the lips. And does it have a length mark? Va. Andra.
Fisgad ma.
Oh, what's the spelling? Fiasgar. Gar. And this one does not have that weakening. Math is good in Irish. Good night. Nos? No. Oh, that's what it is. So the spelling is oiv he. Is it going to be good? Wa? Yeah, wa. Bai was cheery. I think it's. So, you gotta be on top of your spelling game for Scottish Gaelic. Augusti. Ma. Okay, this is beyond me. Guma. What's the. Ha. Okay, yeah, let's start with that one. Might be ish instead. It's the temporary B. Let's do it with this. Skuma. Cafe. Kofaid. Agus. How we spell T. Really don't know enough to do this yet, Duolingo. Ha. Okay. Word order. Let's do this. B, coffee and tea good. So the predicate, be good, it brackets the whole sentence. Subject comes in the middle. The inflected verb is the very first thing. That's common for these Celtic languages. And then the predicate complement back at the end, kind of stranded back there. Good to know. All right. Ha is that one. Predicate. Koi, what was it? I forget the spelling. Kofied. Agus. T. Ma. Oh, no accent. Ha. I'm not dry. That's how the word is pronounced. TH gives a H sound. Let's go ahead and finish out the circle because I certainly need practice with this.
Leave.
Leave can only be this one.
Leash.
Lee. Line. Leave.
Leave. And that's probably with you, plural. Iron brew. Thank you, grandfather. Awaher. So this one's got to be it. These mean mother, father, the last word there. No thanks. Iron brew. Tangvora. No, not that one. Tapaleu. Yeah, thanks to you, oh grandfather.
Pishak. Tahbelieve ahad. Ahad.
Pishak.
Pishak.
Kitten. 1K will do there. Thanks, father. Dad. Milk's gonna be banya. Sugar. Ooh is long. Kar. Sugar. Agus banya. I'll spell it like Irish. Yep, same.
Mattingva. Avahad. Mattingva. Avahad.
I think it's the word mother. Oh, how lucky. Good guess.
Mattingva. Avahad.
Okay, we've seen a few cases of this. When you have this with a noun, we call it evocative. The address form, talking to someone, oh mother, and it will often affect the initial consonant of the noun. Here, m becomes v. And the word order here is morning good. And again, this mutation of the initial, that's the technical term for change in the consonant, mutation. Kofai, I think was the spelling. Agus shukra, let me go ahead and spell that. Shu long, gra. Yeah. Iron brew, okay. That's not going to change. Tappa. Tafpa. Yave. And oh grandfather. Shaner. I'd love to hear this pronounced. I think it's going to be something like Henach or something. Henach. Okay, two more.
Ha.
TH gives it an H sound. Ha.
Ha.
Ahitcher. How cool. For teacher, taken from English. And just Scoticized in the spelling. And then it's mutated. Teacher would be the basic form. With this vocative particle we soften it to a h.
Fáilte agus tapalacht de bhalich.
Balich. So balich, a boy. Buchel. Falche is welcome. Yeah.
Fáilte.
Welcome and thanks, boy. Doesn't work in every part of the English-speaking world. Okay. Iron brew. Tafba. Live. Ahitcher. Thid. I think it was something like that, the spelling. Sheir. S-E-I-R. So it's going to palatalize the R. Ahitcher.
Tahbeli de Fuher.
A few. Boy. Not trivial. Maybe I'll switch to word bank.
Tahbeli de Fuher.
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 The original word before mutation is probably puher. I don't recognize it. Sister. Wow. Piuthar. Check that out. From Swessel, which is the source of our word sister too. So a really cool cognate. This calling it a back formation, having to do with mutation. Old Irish S. Oh wait. Old Irish S, when from primitive Irish sfa, reflecting swa and spa, was lenited as fa, but Old Irish S, when not from those clusters, was lenited as H, and then restored as a P. So, interesting story. Don't quite understand, but good that it's all laid out here. Puher. Puher. Do we get it? Yeah. Puher. So, the written TH not sounded at all, according to this. That's IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, transcription of the word to help us with the sound. Not too straightforward. T.
T.
Tap.
Tappe. Left.
Left. Avrar.
Zahed.
Nice to have the words available there to just click. But now we're going to do, professor. So the formal, second plural form is this one, let for familiar, it seems. Olo. Olo. I wonder what happens there. So we got it's evocative. We're saying to you, you are the professor. Ol. Let's go with the simple. Nope. Thank you, professor. Okay, and no maybe because of the initial vowel. Should have had the letter I in it. Don't know what that's marking. That could be evocative form. Yeah, that would make sense. H. Let's look that up. Because I have no idea where this comes from. English, Irish, Scottish, Gaelic, Ola. Chief. How cool. Doctor. Professor now. From a word meaning great, vast. Nice. Thank you, Professor. Tahpa. Alright. Ola. Olive. Sound a bit like the word olive, I suspect. Last one.
Beal.
Peel.
Beal.
Ha Eli Scunyal.
Scunial. We noted that one once. Scunial. Adjective. Scunial. Here we go. Great, fantastic. Ellie is fantastic. He's great. Brilliant.
Vor.
Vor. Here we see it.
More.
See and hear. So plain M is M. MH is a V.
Tar.
Chor.
Vor. Vor.
Afternoon was based on Vesper. Afternoon. Fisker. Fisker. Ma. Anna. Fisker. Fisker.
Ta believe. Eli agus Elisach.
Leave. Eli. Agus. Who?
Ta believe. Eli agus Elisach.
Elisach. Whew. Using word bank. Elisach. Elizabeth, maybe? Believe.
Tahpa. Elisach.
Elizabeth. Elisach. Why not add it? So the spelling Eliside. Elizabeth. just dropped out over time within Scottish. Let's try believe. Ishbil. Okay, here we're not adding the vocative. We're not seeing it because these names will start with vowels. Ishabil. Isabil. Agus. Elasach. Elasain. What? Mile falche. Mile falche. Falong. Acharich. Agus. Cheers. Slache. Oh, good. Whew. Time, 51 minutes. So let's go about another 10 minutes. Time for some more Swedish here. No thanks. There we go. That was fun. Learning a lot because I'm seeing this Scottish Gaelic pretty much for the first time here. Live on camera. So, Swedish definites. We're continuing. Citronen.
Ankan. En frukt.
That was avoidable.
Katten äter fisken.
The cat eats the fish.
Kocken har oljan.
The cook har the oil.
Krabban äter jordgubben.
Look for these suffixes everywhere. Krabban, the crab, eats the strawberry. I'd like to see that.
Spindeln tycker inte om pepparn.
The spider does not like the pepper.
Tomaten.
The tomato.
Elefanten har tomaten.
Elefanten har tomaten.
Hunden äter fläskköttet.
The dog eats the pork.
Citronen. Vi äter måltiden.
We eat the meal.
Flickan läser brevet.
The girl reads the letter.
Kvinnan har tidningen.
The woman has the newspaper.
Flickan läser inte tidningen.
Flickan läser inte tidningen. Jag äter
Glassen.
the ice cream.
Hon älskar boken.
She loves the book. Jag tycker om brödet. Jag tycker om brödet. I think das Brot neuter stays neuter. Ankan äter brödet. Äter brödet. Nothing to it. A new topic, plurals, lovely. Yes, gotta use those plurals.
Katter äter möss.
So generally it's going to be an R suffix
Katter.
added to the noun. The cats rather, eat mice, is my guess.
Möss.
Möss.
Hästar.
Mösses.
Pojken äter inte äpplen.
The boy, singular, does not eat the apple. Apples, äpplen, there's one. Not with an R suffix. Ett äpple, so because it's neuter, we should know if it was the apple, it would be äpplet. With an N suffix here, it's going to be plural. How confusing.
Hundar.
It's got to be on our game.
Böcker. Vi läser tidningar.
R is the suffix, plural, we read newspapers.
Hon läser inte brev.
This could be plural. Letters.
brev.
Yeah. She does not read letters.
En tidning, flera tidningar.
A newspaper, many newspapers.
Pojken äter inte äpplen.
The boy does not eat apples.
En tidning, flera tidningar.
What was the mistake there? One. Let's try it with one and many. Newspapers.
Flera.
Several, if you prefer. Don't see a difference there.
De har flera fåglar.
They have. Remember, DE is the spelling, but we say dom with an M sound. They have several birds. Broids.
En anka, flera ankor.
Duck, several ducks.
Smörgåsar är mat.
Okay, now this is plural but not definite. Sandwiches are food, one hopes.
Ett djur, flera djur.
Animal, several animals.
Ett barn, flera barn.
Child, several children. So here note that the noun does not
Barn.
change its form directly. Same looks the same for singular and plural. Think of English sheep and fish and things like that.
Jag har flera tallrikar.
Several plates.
Han har flera elefanter.
Several elephants.
Jag äter inte sköldpaddor.
Same here. I don't eat turtles.
De har flera fåglar.
Watch that inner key. They have several birds. See if anyone's said anything onto it. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, do leave a comment, and I'll try to check regularly. Also subscribe if you like what you see and would want to see more.
Jag äter inte sköldpaddor.
Don't eat turtles. I am looking for... I'd like to meet and find lots of like-minded people here on Twitch who want to study all the languages and figure out how to do that. I'm here to help. An excellent use of our time to learn languages. Good brain workout too. Even if you never meet a speaker of a language, it's still time well spent. For many reasons. It's our time. We've been doing 50, so yeah, time for a few more, and we've got a few more here in plurals. That might just be perfect.
Katterna äter möss.
Here we see a word, a noun form that is both plural and definite. The
Katterna.
cats eat mice.
Kvinnorna läser tidningar.
Another one, the women, definite and plural. Läser, read, newspapers, plural.
Du läser tidningarna.
Plural definite. You read the newspapers.
Elefanterna dricker vatten.
Then
Elefanterna dricker vatten.
the elephants drink water. Speaking of drinking,
Äpplena.
the apples.
Restaurangen har flera kockar.
The restaurant has several cooks. Come on. Come on. Hundarna dricker vatten. Hundarna, okay, should be spelled with A. Men. What's the men, plural? Männen. Äter. Dinner. Middag. 2 more for plurals in Swedish.
Ankorna dricker vatten.
Drink water.
Djuren äter kött.
The animal, singular, eats kött, meat.
Jag läser böckerna.
Read the books.
Sköldpaddorna äter fisk.
The turtles eat fish. So fisk is closer to the original
Fisk.
form of the reconstructed language we call Proto-Germanic, and English shifted the SK cluster in native words to a sh. That's how we get fish with a single sound there. German did it too, but Swedish is more archaic here in this case.
Hästarna äter mat.
The horses eat food. Good thing to eat.
Fåglarna dricker vatten.
The birds drink water. The boy has the plates. Okay, boy, pojken, easy enough, has tallrikarna. Tallrikarna is my guess. Rikarna. Tallrikarna. Rika. Jag äter the sandwiches. Plural definite. Smörgås. Surna. Smör. Gasurna is my guess. Gasarna. Gasar. Still gotta learn the rules for the vowel changes there. Whatever the pattern is, whether it changes or not. And this will be the last little leg for today, I think.
Flickorna läser böcker.
At least for this morning. No longer morning. Read books looks not definite. Reading books.
Pojkarna dricker mjölk.
The boys drink milk.
Barnen äter glass.
So, we don't know if it's one child or many. Say singular. Oh, we do! Because it's not barnet, it's neuter. The children. This is that plural N suffix that I'm really becoming aware of here for the first time. Generally it's an R, but in some nouns an N. Äter, eat ice cream.
Kockarna har tallrikarna.
Cooks have the plates.
Pojkarna äter jordgubbar.
The boys eat strawberries. Just plural.
Vi har breven.
The letter. The letters, it should be plural. Breven. The boy singular, pojken. Älskar loves moose. This is not the most excellent English sentence that we're given. And it's not älskar. Älskar. Älge, I will just say. I'm going to mirror that. It's probably there for a reason. Älskar, yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and copy that. Swedish. Älskar. X loves Y. Do fish. Fiskur. Fiskar. Yeah. Like the scissors. Dricker. Okay, I'm gonna invert. Verb first. Maybe. Dricker. Yeah. Oh, CK. Alright. Been a lot of fun. Thanks again for joining and dropping by, and please give us a follow, and we'll see you next time. Hej då.